In a world where local legends are made, where college dreams take flight, and where the biggest names in sports collide, one man brings you the action, the insight, and the stories that matter. This is Sports Talk for Onslow County and beyond. You're locked in to Sports Talk with Chris Raynor, only on Freedom 97.1 WSME.
Ladies and gentlemen, let's get ready to rumble! Y'all ready for this?
Hey, good morning. Welcome to Sports Talk. I'm your host, Chris Raynor. It is Friday, and what is today's date? March 27th. Where has the time gone, man? It seems like it's just Christmas. Here we are into March already, a quarter through the year. We have our guest today, Billy Davis and Rookie Davis. Thank you guys for being with us.
Appreciate you.
Father-son duo. You both look like you're in good enough shape to get out there and play right now.
As long as I don't have to run.
Have you thought about doing the thing like, what is it, the movie, The Rookie or whatever? Or Rookie of the Year with, what's that guy's name? I can picture him in my mind, but all of a sudden he has some surgery later in life and develops a 101 mile an hour fastball. Yeah. Have you got a 101 mile an hour fastball, Billy?
About half that.
Do you ever stop at one of those roadside things like he did and fling the ball and a rock and see what you can do?
I think that's movie stuff.
Yeah, I'm not sure that would really work. We'll see, though. We want to thank our sponsors. Then we're going to jump into all kinds of good stories, talk about the Davis Academy, some good things going on. And baseball has started. How about that?
Yeah.
It's always the song Center Field by John Fogerty. There's new grass on the field. Let's go.
Let's go.
All right, I want to thank our sponsors here at Sports Talk, Golden Corral, Mr. Billy Sewell, Superior Metal Structures and Concrete there in Beulahville, National Dodge, Chrysler Jeep Ram, Harry Brown, Ryan, Robbie Yates, Chris Hines, and Quentin. PRQ Exteriors, Roofing You Can Trust. That's Mr. Austin Wright's business. Fountain Management, Lisa Thornton and Sandra Fountain. Southern Touch Painting, Roger Carroll. All About Floors, of course, Ron Prince. Downey's Heating and Air Conditioning, our buddy Jason Humphrey. Express Printing, Myron Cross. Onslow County Motor Company, Ben Beasley, my big buddy down there. Big buddy Ben Beasley, that's a lot of B's. Ben's a good dude. Barley Insurance Services, Bill and Drew Mercer. Humphrey Heating and Air Conditioning. Jones Onslow EMC. Jones LP Gas in Verona. You guys are familiar with that down your way. $11 cylinder refill day today, so get your cylinders refilled. Lane Associates Family Dentistry, and we want to thank Helen's Kitchen and Billy Grissett. They'll be coming in around 10 o'clock. We've got some burgers and cheeseburgers and BLTs coming in. Is that okay with you guys?
That'd be good.
Yes, you can't go wrong with that. And you can't go wrong with Helen's Kitchen. Thank you to Billy Grissett for keeping our Sports Talk crew well fed all the time. You can always listen, watch, and connect. Visit WSME971.com to listen to the live Sports Talk stream. Click through to our YouTube and Facebook pages and catch up on today's show and years of archived Sports Talk episodes. As you guys saw, I tagged you both in the promo on Facebook, and it's had a bunch of shares. So I'm sure we got a lot of people listening. You can listen online the old-fashioned way, AM, FM radio, which is the way I still do it. There's online. There's YouTube. If you missed the show, you can find full episodes and highlights on YouTube. Just search WSME Radio there on YouTube. And our studio Sports Talk hotline, 910-346-2248. If you have a question for the Davis twins or the about the Davis Academy or what's going on with baseball in the area, 910-346-2248. And everything we do connects off of WSME971.com. So thank you to Hollywood for getting that up and rolling for us. Website is better than ever now, so tune into that if you have any questions about what we're doing. Let's start out with, you guys both played for state championships here in Onslow County, which is rare, father-son duo. We'll start with Bill. We'll defer to, what does it say, beauty before age or age? Okay. Yeah. Tell us a little bit about that run you guys had back in the 70s.
Well, it was exciting for the community. I mean, down, where we're from, it's I'm not sure it had ever happened before. And I was a freshman on that team, first baseman, and we had a couple of senior pitchers, Timmy Bailey and Pat Foy, that carried us really on the mound, But that was a good group, and I'm hoping. I haven't really talked to anybody, so I'm gonna break it here today. Next year, we're gonna try to do a 50th and reunion on that.
Wow, that will be the 50th, don't it?
50th, yeah, that'll be next spring. I got to talk to a few people to get it together, but And I'd like to invite Rookies 2010 team there for that. And so we'll get that going soon.
Well, I'm looking at the picture from your 77 team. Man, that's a crew right there, but they just all look like gamers, don't they? I mean,
Yeah,
you've obviously seen
well-
pictures you posted on your Facebook. They just look like guys that get after it, don't they?
I mean, we'll beat you in the game or a brawl. It don't matter, you know.
You weren't the guys that used to get in the fight down there at the Mermaid on the island, were you?
Well, I'm not going to say.
A little known Onslow County trivia. Back in the day, it was right on the county line, you know.
Yeah.
The restaurant was in or the bar was in Onslow County. The parking lot was in Pender or vice versa. I can't remember. But that was back when you had, and you know, of course, I came from a law enforcement background. You had like one deputy on either side of the county back then. That's how slow Onslow County was. Onslow County. You had one deputy on either side of town. If a fight broke out in the bar, the deputy would be sent all the way down to Surf City almost, for the fight. By the time he got there, it was in the parking lot they had called Pender County, and he had to come all the way from Burgaw or wherever, for the fight. So it was a little known Onslow County trivia there. But tell us some of the guys on that team. I'm looking at the picture. I know you need to see the picture to kind of run across them.
Well, I mean, you got Jimmy Biggs, Roger Davis, Greg Parker. I don't want to miss anybody.
Yeah.
I don't.
There's a listing of it actually in the comments, so we'll do that maybe.
Yeah, there is.
After the
There
first
is.
break, I'll pull up that comment
Yeah.
on Facebook,
Yeah.
and there's a listing of them. I noticed there was a bachelor. I'm good friends with Rex Bachelor. Is that some of Rex's?
That's Perry. That's his nephew.
That's his nephew. Okay,
That's
was on
Rex's
that
nephew.
team.
Yeah.
All right. Now Rex was a pretty good ball player in his day too.
Oh
wasn't
yeah.
he? Yeah.
Yeah, he was.
So you guys tell us the story of the state championship. How did it work back then? Was it still a series or was it one game?
Yeah, it was a shorter route to get there. I think we had three playoff games, and then the final was the best of three, and we played Sun Valley, and it was actually at Dixon. We built that field. The first year at that field was my freshman year, and we actually played the state championship on that new
Really?
field. Yeah, and
So where did you guys play before that?
they played up by the middle school.
The old field. Okay.
Yeah, and
Old
then
ball field.
we played Sun Valley, and when them boys rolled up, I mean, the way I remember it, they all had beards and were big.
Did you start checking IDs?
Man, I'll tell you, we knew that was going to be a tough one, They beat us 2 games. I mean,
Well, now, Rookie's a little younger, so he may not remember the time I'm talking about, but there was a time in Little League World Series, that one they have up at Williamsport. There was a time where it was obvious that them kids from Chinese Taipei were not 12 years old.
Right.
These kids looked like they were 18, didn't have beards. I guess they shaved them, every day to make sure
Yeah.
they didn't have facial hair, but it was weird. And they were like 6'4" up there on the mound with 12-year-olds. And of course, back then they were a little looser, just kind of took everybody at their word. Now they figured out they got to check some birth certificates. Was that kind of like with this team?
well, you kind of
Did
felt
your
that
coach
way.
tell them we needed some birth certificates?
I mean, it looked like a community college team rolling up there.
Now, Sun Valley's at Charlotte area.
Yeah, that's just around Monroe.
So you think it might have been Mecklenburg Community College kids?
It could have been.
That had come out of high school already?
It could have been.
Wow. And was it one game or was it a 3-game
It
series?
was a 3-game series. They beat us two games.
okay.
Yeah, I think it was 5-0, and I don't know what 3-1 or something.
Now, you guys were right after the time, I believe, if I got my dates right, or maybe right at it time when White Oak was on their run over there.
Yeah,
I think it was about the same time, wasn't it?
It was the same time.
I
yeah.
bet there were some great games, weren't there, between you guys and White Oak?
There was some good games, good teams, good players around.
The Meadows brothers, a lot of those players over there that they just inducted that team into the Hall of Fame. You win 2 state titles in a row, and I think they went undefeated for 2 years.
Yeah, they went
That's pretty
58
tough.
in a row or something.
But I can imagine with you guys making your run, that was those games were pretty wide open, weren't they?
It was, and I saw a lot of them when Rookie and I went to see Jack Brown inducted. So I saw a lot of those guys, and just like me, they look a lot different, but
Yeah.
still good guys.
Well, you
Good-
see where my segue's going here, of course.
Yeah, I do.
Great. Congratulations, man. I mean, that's a big honor here in Onslow County. Jacksonville Onslow Sports Commission Hall of Fame induction coming up. Is it this year or the following year?
This year.
I know you're in this class, but I know they do every 2 years. I couldn't remember if it's coming up. Have they told you the date yet? Do you know off the top of your head? Not, I'll shoot Scott a text.
May 21st.
May 21st.
May
Okay.
21st.
And we're going to be there. We did it last year. Or 2 years ago when they do, because they do the 2 classes at one time. But we really enjoyed it, getting out there and speaking with the people as they're coming in. Talking with Tony Marshman, Tony, of course. Were you at the induction ceremony 2 years ago by any chance? Tony had what may be the longest acceptance speech ever. Are you going to try and top that one?
I think he told me 5 to 7 minutes, and I'm going to stay closer to 5.
He was 5 to 7. He was closer to 5 hours probably. We kid with Tony, but man, it was a great speech, and he did not leave a single person out. So yeah,
he didn't.
When he stood on that stage and told Scott Smith, "Hey man, I got 9 pages," and Scott laughed. Scott didn't realize he had 9 pages. So you got a lot of time to prepare your stuff. I mean, how does it feel, man, to have that kind of honor, and that recognition?
Feels good. It's not about me. It's about my family. My dad, my mom, my sister. Being able to share that with my wife, both of my daughters being there. It's a great recognition for me, but it's more about my family. It's more about the people that helped get me to that position. Without them, obviously, I wouldn't be at the position that I'm in right now. And so, as much recognition as I'll get for my playing career and for, what I accomplished in the game, both on the field and off the field, more recognition needs to go to those that got me there. So, my dad spending countless hours working with me. My mom, I was actually homeschooled until my freshman year of high school, so got me on the right track, kept me out of trouble. And then my sister, great athlete in her own right. I'm partial. I think her and my dad should both be in the Hall of Fame, but that's maybe for a different radio
I've
show.
heard your sister's pretty good too, wasn't she?
Yes.
Possibly the best athlete in the family?
Yeah.
Is that what you were telling me before?
Yeah.
I do think, to see if she wanted to come on too, she's welcome anytime. Might do another episode with you and her or something,
I'll ask her. She's very reserved.
Is she
But
quiet
I'll
and
ask
shy?
her.
Those are the people you got to watch out though for on a radio show, because they'll come on and say, "I'm not going to talk a whole lot." Next thing you know, it's 11:30 and we haven't had our lunch yet, because we're waiting on them to finish talking. But yeah, she's very good athlete from what I heard. Outstanding
Very
athlete.
good. Basketball, softball, very good.
I like the way you mentioned about your mom, being homeschooled and keeping you out of trouble, and the upbringing you had from your family to keep you from that stuff. It's interesting you say that, because I'm in talks with Brian Taylor. You've heard of Brian before. Mm-hmm. And you know the story. Mm-hmm. Not that Brian was in any way at all a bad kid. He's just got in a bad situation. Yeah. And that took his career away. Number 1 overall draft pick by the Yankees. Yeah. And you get in a situation where, and obviously defending your brother is a different story, but just don't be there. Those places are not good for people. When people see the success a player's had, like Brian, and they may be a little jealous, and they see an opportunity to strike at it, and that's just not a good thing.
Yeah, you got to be careful. I mean, especially in today's time, like there's just it's much more prevalent now. Kids, even games. I went to a game in Greenville last night, and the amount of chirping and going back and forth. It's all fun and games until it's not fun and games anymore, and you got to be careful putting yourself in certain positions. I'd love to meet him, though. I've heard a lot of stories about him. I've heard a lot of really good things about him.
He's a good guy, and I've been talking to him some, and it's just a matter of getting him, still lives down that way, and getting him up here one day and trying to get the show going. I'm sure, and we'll let him kind of do it how he wants to, when he wants to talk about the incident and everything. But certainly to get to that point, to be the number 1 draft pick out of high school, that's amazing for the Yankees. They say he could bring it too, buddy. Yeah. Before the injury and everything. Now, we were talking about your dad's state championship run. Tell us a little bit. Another thing, like you gave credit to your parents, and obviously your teammates are going to a big part of it too. Y'all had a pretty good team.
We did.
I mean, that team would have been good, stand alone, but then you add an ace pitcher, and it kind of put it over the top. Who was the other pitcher on the team that was it?
Pat Batchelor, Perry's son.
I thought it was a Batchelor, yeah.
Had him, Chris Huey behind the plate. He was 3-time All-State, 2 or 3-time All-State. Rodman Young played second base. All 3 of those guys went to Southeastern to play after graduating. J.P. Padgett, he went and played at Pembroke.
Thomas Padgett, too.
Yeah.
Was he your catcher?
No, catcher was Zach Sicknick. He actually – did he go to
I'm
He
not
got
sure.
played.
I'm not sure. He stepped in as a freshman, and did a good
Never
job.
caught. Never caught. Matt Rouse, who's actually, if I heard correctly, is an assistant at Southwest now. He was on the team.
Yeah, he is.
So
That's right.
we had
I didn't put that together. That was that same
Yeah.
Matt Rouse. I mean, I see him down there. I do the press box stuff, so I see everything from a different angle. I'm not down there with him, but yeah, you're absolutely right. And I just didn't put that together. Thanks for filling in the pieces for an old guy, because a
absolutely.
lot of times, and it's bad too, because you see so many people. A lot of times, I work out at Bear Trail one day a week, and I see these guys, and I know them. I just don't know their names. You know what I mean? I'm sitting there filling out the sheet and stuff, and the starter sheet, and sometimes it's hard to put the name with the face. But I appreciate you doing that.
Yeah.
I'll have to talk to Matt about that. You guys went. Was it 1 year or two to the series?
One.
But the other year you were in the Eastern Finals, correct?
No, so my freshman year we got bounced in the first. My sophomore year we got bounced in the first. My junior year is when we went to the state championship. My senior year we lost in the second round.
Okay. Now the state championship year. Who won the state championship the year you guys your junior year?
West Wilkes,
West Wilkes. They had a team too, didn't they?
they were good. They were pretty
I
good.
remember, reading the stuff in the paper. Used to, in the paper, you could sit there and read, an entire story about the whole series and everything, and it was just amazing the talent they had on that team.
Yeah, we should have won the series. In hindsight, everything's 2020, but we won game one, game two. I think we lost 12-10. Had bases loaded, I want to say twice, and just couldn't capitalize on opportunities.
Well, now, there was the opportunities there, of not letting them score so many. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I mean, 12-10, and all this was at Dixon, right?
No, we played at Mudcats Stadium.
Oh,
up
there in Zebulon.
Yeah,
The old
we had-
5-county stadium.
played at a neutral stadium. Our Eastern Regional was at home against
Rosewood.
That's what I was thinking of, yeah. And Rosewood always used to have good teams back
Yeah.
then. You talking about 5-county stadium? It broke my heart to hear the Carolina Mudcats are defunct now. I mean, I know, they move on to different things, and the franchise, I guess, moved to Wilson, but they're a different name. It'd have been tough for me to not call them the Carolina Mudcats
Yeah.
again, no matter where they were. That iconic logo, and that's the great thing about minor league baseball. Some of the logos, some of the names, it's just, for years we had the Kinston Indians, which were the same name as the parent school, team.
Right.
But that's usually rare. Usually it's some kind of Downey's Wood Ducks or
Yeah.
something like that. This Delaware Blue Hens, things like that. You know what I mean? So what are some other thoughts from that state championship run? Once it went to game 3, did you pitch twice? Or were you able to pitch twice?
I did.
No pitch counts back then, were there?
Inning limits.
There were inning limits?
There were inning limits, and it was a calendar week, not 3 days, 4 days, 5
Right.
days, depending on. So I started game one through a no-hitter. We won. Game two, Pat started, just got touched up a little bit. Offensively, we just couldn't get it going against their starter. We should have been able to.
But you ended up with 10 runs, right?
Rallied late,
Yeah.
just fell short. Then game three, Caleb Lanier, lefty first baseman. He was a senior. He started, did really well, kept us in the fight. And then I came in. We tied it up. I came in the 7th, and then we ended up losing in 11. I gave up one hit in 11 2/3 innings, and it was a walk-off base hit to lose the state
It was
championship.
the 8-7 final.
So that was
That's tough, man. That's 3 of your hardest fought games right there. What was the final score of game 1?
So I
remember?
threw a no-hitter, and we won 5-3.
Okay.
So
But still,
I struck
there
out.
was no score that was over more than a couple of runs.
I struck out 14 and walked 11, and I had walked 11 the entire year going into the game. Their starter walked 14.
Wow.
So it was a poorly,
Just one of those
poorly
games.
I don't usually
officiated
I don't
game.
usually blame it on the umpire, but that dude was blind.
Was
I'm
he
telling
tight? Was his strike zone about the size of that ball case right there?
He told our catcher came out, took a mound visit, and I was getting very, very heated. I was like, "Where's it missing?" He said, "He told me to ask you to slow it down." And I said, "There's no shot." He said that. And so I told him, I said, "Stand right here and wait for him to come out." Umpire came out. I said, did you say to slow it down?
I mean, slow down your delivery?
No, the pitch.
velocity.
Oh,
I said, did you say slow down? He said, just a little bit. I was like, oh.
Is he serious?
I told Jack Brown, and he lost it.
I can imagine. Jack, as we talked about the Hall of Fame, Jack's in there, of course, and I thought when they introduced Jack and he went to the podium, he would do his classic mound walk because he had the longest mound walk on record.
He was nervous, man. I think he wanted to get up there and get it over with.
Probably. But you know what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
Jack knew that, especially if he needed a relief pitcher to come in, that he needed a few more pitches. It took him maybe 30 seconds to get to the mound, 30 to get back.
I've seen Jack get
classic coach.
I've seen him walk out of the mound quick. One time, it was my
happened?
It was my junior year, and I can't remember exactly what happened, but he came out for a mound visit, and I pushed it, like, shoot him back and told him to stay in the dugout. He got out there quick.
Really?
Let me have it until umpire came out there, said, "All right, Jack, visit's over," and he said, "I'm not done." And
I'm not done chewing
umpire
butt.
just stood there and watched me wear it for however long, and then he just slowly walked back to the dugout. It's the only time I've seen him go quick.
That's a coaching moment right there, buddy.
It's fine with me.
Yeah.
If I deserve it, I deserve it.
That's right. And so many kids now, I'll say there's a lot of uncoachable kids nowadays.
Yeah.
Every little thing a coach does is scrutinized to death, and that's why they wonder why kids don't produce like they do. You got to have that tough love, don't you?
I got my own thoughts on a lot of things, but I'll say this: the way that kids, in my opinion, need to be coached, can't be coached the way, because if you upset the wrong person, then you're in a meeting with the principal and the AD the next day.
Out of a job, yeah.
And there's no amount of money to get me to coach high school baseball.
We'll build on that a little more when we come back. We got to take our first break, but I got an interesting little thing to tell you when we come back. We'll be right back on Sports Talk with Ricky Davis and Billy Davis.
Rick D's and the Daily D's. Weekday mornings from 6 till 11 with the biggest hits of the 60s, 70s, 80s, and Carolina beach music for Onslow County and beyond on Freedom 97.1 WSME.
Hi, this is Rick Dees, and if you want the hottest, freshest mix in music, then let's meet here this weekend for the weekly Top 40 Countdown. Look out for free money, cash, and a $1,000 compact disc stereo system waiting for you on the weekly Top 40 Challenge. Tone Loc will be here in the studio, and he goes wild. Yo! Yes, Tone. The weekly Top 40. We'll see you here this weekend.
The Weekly Top 40 A's edition, 6 to 10 Sunday nights on Freedom 97.1 WSME.
At Express Printing, Myron Cross and the team believe every job should be your job. Your colors, your logo, your style. They specialize in custom printing, such as banners, signs, business cards, marketing materials, and more. When you want it done right and made just for you, trust your local one-stop print shop. Express Printing. Locally owned and proudly serving Onslow County for over 40 years. You'll always get the personal service the big stores just can't match. Stop by 117 North Marine Boulevard in Jacksonville. Call 910-455-4554 or visit expressprintingjacksonville.com. Express Printing. Custom design, full service. Locally yours.
Pro Image Promotional Solutions in Jacksonville. A one-stop for your custom tees, sweats, hooded sweats, caps, and outerwear. Pro Image will design uniquely for you. Pro Image will do screen prints, digitize, and embroider right on site at their location in Jacksonville at 51 Plaza Drive B, just behind the Pizza Hut on Gum Branch Road. Pro Image Promotional Solutions, specializing in helping schools, businesses, church groups, civic organizations, and recreation sports teams with uniforms and their team gear. See Mark Houston for ideas on how to make your personal business wear look professional and appealing. For more information, visit proimagenc.com. That's proimagenc.com or call 910-347-0004. Again, that's 910-347-0004. Pro Image Promotional Solutions, just behind the Pizza Hut on Gum Branch Road, Jacksonville.
Stay cozy whatever you're doing this winter. Down East can help. From maintaining your current heating system to installing a variable speed Bryant Evolution system with Perfect Heat Plus and Perfect Humidity Plus technologies, Down East can help keep your home warm and inviting all winter long. To schedule an appointment, Contact Down East at downeastheating.com or at 910-346-4311. Bryant, whatever it takes.
Superior Metal Structures and Concrete Beulahville specializes in protecting your investments. From barns, workshops, man caves, and even she sheds, Superior Metal Structures and Concrete has got you covered. They work with their customers from the ground up, specializing in constructing top-of-the-line metal structures and concrete foundations customized to fit your needs. Call Superior Metal Structures and Concrete in Beulahville today. 910-298-3774. That's 910-298-3774.
Make your home shine with beautiful new floors from All About Floors. Come see Ron Prince at 341 Center Street in Jacksonville or call 910-376-2910 for all your residential and commercial flooring needs. At All About Floors, they specialize in bathroom remodels, ceramic and porcelain tile, LVP, and laminate flooring, plus carpet and hardwood for every room in your home, now and in the year ahead. All About Floors, 341 Center Street in Jacksonville. Call Ron Prince today at 910-376-2910.
In this fast-paced world, common sense is still important. When it comes to marketing insurance in any form, companies take advantage of sound bites, expressly meant to fool you into thinking things are easier than they are. These 1-800-LIFE insurance folks will lead you to believe they have a quicker, faster way of attaining this essential coverage for your family. They don't. Some folks are healthier than others and get approved faster. The process is the same for everybody. That's why you need an agent, especially if it doesn't cost you 1 penny more. At Bartley Insurance Services in Jacksonville, we are there for you from start to finish, locally owned and operated. In this world that is rapidly moving us away from each other, it's important to rely on people you know and trust for your life and health insurance. I am Bill Mercer. Please call my son Drew or me at 910-346-2170. We want to be your agents. Thank you.
Texting enrolls you in a recurring automated marketing text messages. Consent not required to purchase. Message and data rates may apply.
The team's looking good this season.
I think so. Man, I miss playing football. Ever since I turned 40, I just can't find that fire I used to have.
Think it could be lower testosterone?
What do you mean?
I was feeling the same way. After 40, the body has less testosterone, and men lose their edge. That's why I take Nugenix Total T2.
That's the testosterone booster, right?
Yes, but Total T2 is their brand new formula that skyrockets nitric oxide levels in as little as 3 hours. Since I started taking it, I've been lifting like when we played for Coach Carter. My energy is way up, and it even spiced up things between me and the missus.
Are they still giving out complimentary bottles?
Yep, just send a text.
Text SPARK to 215215 for your complimentary bottle of Nugenix Total T2, the next generation testosterone booster. Text now and we'll include a bottle of Nugenix Thermo X, our newest, most powerful fat burner ever, absolutely free. Text SPARK to 215215. That's SPARK to 215215.
These statements have not been evaluated by the FDA. This product is not intended to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent any disease.
You bought an RV, and you got an automatic discount from Progressive by bundling it with your home or auto insurance. That's great, but a serious word of warning every RVer should heed. You don't need to talk about things like dry weight or dump stations. And you don't need one of those expensive water filter straws either. Because the most extreme thing most RVers encounter is a campsite without hookups. So just enjoy yourself. And Progressive's automatic discount when you bundle your RV, boat, or motorcycle with your home or auto insurance. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and affiliates. Not available in all states or situations.
You're locked into Sports Talk with Chris Raynor, only on Freedom 97.1, WSME.
Hey, welcome back to Sports Talk. I'm your host, Chris Raynor. We have Rookie Davis and Billy Davis with us today. I was reading Tyler Reddick, and the only thing that popped in my name was Tyler Reddick. And that's, if you're a NASCAR fan, Tyler Reddick is in everybody's talks right now. You still following NASCAR, Billy?
Not too much.
You can't help but see what's going on with it right now, you know, of course. Yeah. And I'll give you the backstory, too. And, of course, it's sponsored today by Onslow County Motor Company, Ben Beasley and his crew. Thank you for sponsoring our racing report for us. Last year with NASCAR, there was an antitrust suit or something, you know, Michael Jordan Racing, the Jumpman Racing team, filed. It was settled under terms of secrecy and out of court and everything. And all of a sudden, Tyler Reddick, one of his drivers, wins 4 of the first 6 races or 7. 6. It's been crazy, yeah. He won the first 3 right out the gate, which has never happened in NASCAR before. Right. So, of course, what happens? You have the conspiracy theorists saying, oh, that was the settlement. NASCAR is giving him a couple of holes bigger on the carburetor intake or something, Do you ever wonder in sports if that goes on, stuff like that? As a sports fan.
I mean, I do more now than ever probably just because of the gambling situation across the country. I mean, there's a lot of gambling takes place, and I mean, I'd like to think everything's on the up and up.
You would love to. And here's the thing, and I've asked, we've had Bob Sanders in here, was the defensive coordinator with the Green Bay Packers, and, obviously, tight in the game and everything, and, one of those that if something like that was going to happen, he'd probably have heard about it. And, you never, and I honestly think, especially back then, it wasn't. Because there's so many people would have to be involved that you'd think somebody would crack, Yeah. Obviously, there's rogue officials you've seen before that, they get their buddy to put down, $10,000 that, the Hornets won't score 150 points or 120 points by the end of the night. He's made sure they didn't because of, calling a foul, a offensive foul on a basket or something like that. There's things that can be tweaked, to shave points, but I just hope that that's not the case. Obviously, with the college game, the way it is, the NIL money, stuff like that, it was different. And last year, there was a team that was, has been called into question. Actually, it was the NBA, wasn't it? Some NBA players have been called into question for shaving points.
FBI probe was into them.
Yeah, and they're still working on it. Yeah, it's going to be interesting. But back to the racing part of it, you got Reddick has come out and he won at Darlington. And the tracks he's won at is awesome. It's a whole variety. He won the Daytona 500, of course, which is super speedway. Atlanta super speedway. Then the NASCAR Series Circuit at the Americas. I don't even know where that is. Do you?
No
okay, that's one of the new road courses they've added. Obviously, Watkins Glen and Sears Point or Sonoma were the ones that everybody knew. But he won a road course. So he won on different variety of tracks. He did not win at Phoenix. That would really impress me to go to a mile track like Rockingham or Phoenix and win. Didn't win at Vegas, but then wins at Darlington, which Darlington's a whole different track. It's they call it an egg because none of the turns are the same. Mm-hmm. You have a sharper turn radius down at one end than you do at the other, so it's basically shaped like an egg. They call it. So he's won kind of a wild variety of tracks, but man, that team is off to a big start. It wouldn't surprise me if Bubba doesn't lose the 23 car and Reddick goes into the signature car, Obviously, Jordan is big with the number 23. 45 was the one he went to when he came back, from retirement. So that's the difference in the numbers. But, man, he's killing it.
Yeah.
I mean, you think.
He is.
What's your take on NASCAR? How did you kind of get out of it? Were you an Earnhardt man?
Yeah,
or?
well, no, I like Ricky Rudd, but, I mean, I couldn't help but follow Earnhardt. Yeah. And then when that happened, I just kind of lost interest in it. Plus, when they changed the point system and just all of it, I just didn't care much for it anymore.
The unibody was a big thing to me, to make a fiberglass basically body that is the same for all makes of cars, and you put stickers on it to make it look like a Mustang or some of the ones they went through, the Taurus, Impala. Now I think Chevrolet is the Camaro, Ford's the Mustang, and Toyota. That just doesn't to not have Dodge in it to start with. And I've told Harry Brown, I said, Harry, you need to go ahead and be the vanguard. Go ahead and get the Dodge program back in there in NASCAR, because to not have Dodge and to have Toyota as a brand, it just doesn't wash as well. But NASCAR has learned some things from what I understand. I understand their leadership is trying to get some of the original stuff back going. Obviously, opening North Wilkesboro back up is a big step. That was just an iconic track. I think Rockingham needs a race.
Yeah.
They've got this coming weekend, as a matter of fact, actually Mother's Day weekend. They'll have the truck race series there. And I still call it the Busch series. You know what I'm talking about. I think it's a Riley series, but the secondary series will be there. So there's some racing at Rockingham coming up if people want to go see. You've seen races there before, I'm sure.
Oh, yeah, in Rockingham, yeah.
What are some of the tracks you've been to?
Darlington, Rockingham.
Charlotte, I'm sure.
Yeah, Charlotte. That's about it. I didn't go. I watched it on TV mostly.
Yeah, usually the local ones though we like to go to.
Yeah.
I got to go to Talladega one year. That's the only one out of those 4 or those 3. I think those are the only other 3 I went to. I'd love to go to Bristol one time, just because of the spectacle of, a half-mile track cars going 130 miles an hour. How about you, Rookie? You ever been to NASCAR races?
One.
First one you ever went to is in Darlington.
Darlington.
Yeah. I think that's the only one I've been to. I've gone by Daytona. We played down there.
Impressive looking, isn't it?
I actually drove on the track at Charlotte this Christmas. Went and saw a Christmas
For
lights
the Christmas
back.
light thing, yeah.
Oh,
and
yeah.
even at Charlotte, you see what the banking's like.
It's insane.
Imagine almost, well, not double that, but at least probably about 50% more of it at Talladega.
It's incredible.
At Talladega, you wouldn't be driving on it unless you were up to speed, because you'd be sliding down the track.
Yeah, it was a cool experience, though.
It's cool, and that light thing they do at Charlotte is pretty cool.
It's awesome.
To get on the track. Back when you were going to Darlington, Billy, it's like you step back in time, isn't it? Darlington, South Carolina area, Florence. Now, obviously, Florence has the big draw now, Buc-ee's. So it's a destination now, just about.
Yeah.
But used to, when you got off the interstate at Florence, South Carolina, to go to Darlington, nothing. There was a convenience store there that you see a lot of the drivers at on Saturday, things like that. That's how NASCAR used to roll, and now hopefully they're getting back that way. They did do one great step this year. They've done away with the Roval, at Charlotte. They're going back to the round track instead of the thing where they do part of it on the road course and part of it on the regular track. So that's a good step. But Tyler Reddick's hot as fire right now. Obviously, I didn't even look at the points, but I don't think I have to. I would think he'd be the leader with 4 wins. I want to thank once again Onslow County Motor Company, Ben Beasley and his crew for sponsoring that for us. Go see Ben for any car need you have. The car market's picking up a little. There's starting to get some more cars available, so go check out with Ben, and he'll hook you up. All right, let's get back to what we were talking about, uncoachable kids. Oh, yeah, I want to do that. We have a special prize. We're doing our trivia contest today. You can call in and win 2 free sessions to the Davis Academy. And these sessions, tell us about the Academy and what a couple of sessions would mean.
Yeah, so we work baseball, softball players from developmental age all the way up through college. Hour-long sessions, so you'd be able to get in if you want to work on any aspect of the game. We break it down kind of however they would like to. That's one thing that we do a little bit differently than others do. If it's an hour session, if your kid's struggling a little bit offensively or defensively, we can focus on that area during that time period. So, we're rolling right along. We've got our high school guys underway now. We've got our middle school guys. They just took part in tryouts. Some of our softball girls. We got softball in high school in full swing. So, come see us, and we'll get you set up and get you squared away and get you ready for the season.
That'd be nice. And 2 sessions that'd be a good start. And who knows, it might prime the pump for this kid, whoever wins it, to start hitting it all the time. Yeah. You guys can get some things done, and I know some players you work with. Mm-hmm. Are there certain teams that you work with more in the high school ranks?
Jacksonville High School, we work with a good bit of a lot of their team. Swansboro, we've got 4 or 5 kids there. A couple kids from Dixon. We're Cannon Huffman at Southwest is off to an unreal start. He's
at a couple, 2 or 3 bombs already.
3 bombs. He's over 700, 3 home runs. I think he's got 15 stolen bags on the year. Like that kid's impressive. Yeah. So, got some kids down at South Brunswick. We've it's no longer Onslow County baseball now. It's all the way from Pitt County down to Brunswick County that we work with. So.
And does that word of mouth kind of get around with the travel teams and things like that? Because it's no longer, like you said, just confined to the county limits anymore. These guys play with kids that play at South Lenore and North Lenore. They'll play on a lot of the same travel teams.
Yeah, it's social media has been a big part of it as well. You see guys or you see teammates or you see guys, like you said, you play on the travel circuit with, that they come in and one thing that I do and that we do really well is we want to promote our baseball and softball players, show their hard work, showcase what they're doing in season, in the off season, That way college coaches, we have a good following with college coaches as well. They can see uncommitted kids, whether it's baseball and softball, just to get them some publicity and some notoriety out there to help with their recruiting process. So yeah, I mean, we've grown a lot. We're trying to do things a little bit differently.
Yeah.
So just give them opportunities and showcase what they're doing.
Well, you gave we'll get back to it when we come back. I want to remind me to touch bases on the Cardinals and Cannon Huff when we come back, because I'll forget stuff. I'm old. We'll be right back on Sports Talk.
Freedom 97.1.
We declare these deals have nothing down and no hidden fees during National Dodge Chrysler Jeep Ram's Declaration of Deals sales event. Lease a new Ram 1500 Crew Cab 4x4, just $643 a month with nothing down. Or a new Grand Cherokee 4x4, $623 a month with nothing down. And both deals include all taxes and fees. Choose from hundreds of new Ram trucks and new Jeeps available now at National Dodge Chrysler Jeep Ram. Don't miss your chance to get a new 2026 Ram 1500 Bighorn Crew Cab 4x4 for $643 a month. Or a new 2025 Jeep Grand Cherokee Laredo 4x4, only $623 a month. Both with zero down. All taxes and fees included with approved credit on a 39-month lease and 12,000 miles a year, and yes, zero down.
Visit National Dodge Chrysler Jeep Ram, Highway 17 in Jacksonville.
It's a national thing. Go National!
The best deal for the grill is at Jones LP Gas and Oil Company each Friday. Every Friday from 8 a.m. till closing at 5, Jones LP Gas and Oil Company will fill your 20-pound LP gas grill cylinder for only $11. You heard that right. Each Friday till closing, you can have your 20-pound LP gas cylinder filled for only $11 at Jones Gas and Oil Company, 3881 Wilmington Highway in heart of Verona. In addition to saving money on your LP gas for the grill, Jones Gas and Oil is your full-service gas and oil company serving residential, commercial, and agricultural gas and oil needs, as well as gas appliances, LP replacement, parts, fill cylinders, and tankless water heaters, and they offer a 10% military discount on installation. Remember to get that cylinder filled every Friday until closing for only $11. Jones Gas and Oil Company, 3881 the Old Wilmington Highway, Verona. Phone 910-346-6384.
Welcome to Lane & Associates Family Dentistry, where we love to make you smile. Formerly Morgan Family Dentistry, our Jacksonville and Richlands offices are now proud members of the Lane & Associates family. Here, you'll find the perfect blend of the latest dental technology with the personal care and attention you deserve, all to give you an amazing dental experience. We welcome patients of all ages and accept all major insurance plans, including military. For over 40 years, Lane & Associates Family Dentistry has been serving families across North Carolina. And now we're here for you with convenient locations in Jacksonville, Richlands, and Maysville. Call us today at 877-LANE-DDS or visit us online at lanedds.com. That's Lane & Associates Family Dentistry, where beautiful smiles begin.
If your electric bill is abnormally high, the heat strips in your heating system may be activated. Heat strips are designed to work when it's extremely cold, requiring more energy and money to operate. Don't raise your thermostat more than 2 degrees at a time or the system will go into auxiliary mode, activating the heat strips. If your heat pump is operating in this mode without due cause, it may be malfunctioning. Contact a licensed HVAC professional to have it serviced immediately. For more information and energy-saving tips, visit joemc.com.
Southern Touch Painting, Maintenance, Power Washing, and Roofing specializes in residential and commercial interior and exterior painting. In fact, they paint most anything except cars, including homes, businesses, apartment complexes, decks, and they do minor repairs, wood repairs, pressure washing, waterproofing, and more, including storm repair and cleanup. Southern Touch Painting, Maintenance, Power Washing, and Roofing, fully licensed, insured, and locally owned and operated by Roger Carroll Jr. References available, and customer satisfaction is always guaranteed. So if you want to painted, maintained, power washed, or need a new roof, call Southern Touch Painting, Maintenance, and Power Washing at 910-939-0749 or visit southerntouchpaintingnc.com. Southern Touch Painting, Maintenance, Power Washing, and Roofing salutes our troops and is proud to be part of the continued growth of Onslow and surrounding counties.
Golden Corral, the only one for everyone. Enjoy all your favorites at Golden Corral, featuring their famous buffet. It's all-you-can-eat steak, ribs, ham, pork roast, butterfly shrimp, and an opportunity to purchase a 4-ounce lobster tail for $7.99 with every dinner and all-day Sunday. Plus, save room for over 20 desserts, including banana pudding, chocolate pie, and our famous carrot and chocolate cake. And remember, Golden Corral offers drive-through, catering, and takeout for every Golden Corral guest's convenience. Call 910-455-3773 or visit goldencorral.com. The breakfast buffet starts at 7:30 a.m., brunch at 10, and dinner begins at 4. Golden Corral.
Hey, it's Rick Dees reminding you that Jacksonville's and Greenville's Golden Corral is the only one for everyone.
It's Sports Talk live on Freedom 97.1 WSME.
Hey, welcome back to Sports Talk. I'm your host, Chris Raynor. Time for the Hurricane Watch. As you can tell by the scintillating sounds of the Scorpions there rocking like a hurricane. You guys have been to Hurricanes games before, right?
I've never.
Never? Oh, my God. The Canes come out to that song, and, man, that place is on fire. Now, come playoff time, there may be some extras available, like, if you – the bad thing is you go to a playoff game, you're spoiled for life because the regular games are great, but playoff, man, there's something about putting that towel on the back of that chair, and it drives people nuts. And maybe the Pittsburgh Steelers knew what they were doing with the terrible towels because it just amps people up. You were asking how the Canes were doing. They're first place in the Eastern Conference right now. We talked about the continuity of it, about how off the air we were talking about before Rod Brindamore became their coach, there was like a 10 or 12 year span they didn't even make the playoffs. Now they're in the playoffs 8 straight years in a row, 8 or 9. I'll take that and just hope that you keep tweaking it till you get that magic year, I honestly think they need a dynamite goaltender. It's a lot like having, a star pitcher on a team, that especially on a high school team where you got the core, but you need that one thing to put you over the top. You have to get a goaltender that gets hot in the playoffs. The year they won it, the Stanley Cup in 2006, Cam Ward was that guy. They got him about midseason, if I remember right, and just got hot in the playoffs. And, man, it's like our goalie, for the Olympics. He just stopped everything, and that's just the way you gotta have it. This past week, the Canes, since we last talked, they went to Toronto last Friday night and won 4-3. Then they kicked the holy crap out of Pittsburgh. And there's a lot of Penguins fans around too, because if you're a Steelers fan, you're a Penguins fan pretty much. So there's a lot of Penguins fans around. 5-1 Sunday. They had a watch party at Carolina Ale House that we went to, and that was a lot of fun. Yeah. Having everybody on the same page in there, giveaways and stuff like that. So they do that, and then before that, they had beaten the Penguins at home, a game we went to in overtime, 6-5. So you're coming off a 3-win streak, playing great against top-flight teams. They play the Canadians, who are more of a mid-range or bottom feeder, and lose 5-2. So a lot of times I think these teams get up for who they're playing. You remember the old Carolina basketball adage, whoever they're playing, they're going to keep them within 5 points just because kind of play down to the competition. So they're playing tomorrow. The Canes will be home at Lenovo Center. There's still tickets available, and it's a 5 p.m. puck drop. So I'll look and see if you guys ain't got nothing on tomorrow. I'll see what's available out there on the, there's the aftermarket thing you can do on Ticketmaster, which is basically legalized scalping because you can do it, like they used to do. But then we have a couple of websites that I know where people sell it for like face value and stuff. So I'll see what's available and let you know. Yeah. And then definitely later on, because you guys are interested. I always love getting new Caniacs. So I have a feeling once you go, though, you might get hooked.
That'd be all right. So
the Canes will play Saturday night at 5, and then also Sunday at 5 at home. So back-to-back games at home. They got those same Canadians that beat them 5-2, so maybe that'll be a little impetus to take them out. Our Hurricane Watch is sponsored by Down East Heating and Air Conditioning. Jason Humphrey, he's a Caniac. He likes to go to games. So thank you to Jason Humphrey for sponsoring that for us, and we'll see if we can't get you guys to a game. Right. We were talking about before we left, getting back to baseball. We've got to take a break. We'll do it after this day in sports when we come back. We'll be right back on Sports Talk.
Go ahead and tease your little thing.
I will tease my little thing.
Sorry.
All right. We have a trivia question coming up. All right. Radio face. We have a trivia question coming up right after the break. We'll be right back.
WSME, Freedom 97.1 and 1120 AM.
Hey everybody, this is Wayne Carlisle. Hope you'll join me this Saturday and every Saturday. It's Saturday at the Beach from 2 until 7, right here on Freedom 97.1 WSME and 1120 AM, worldwide, anywhere, anytime at WSME971.com. I'll have all your favorites Saturday at the Beach with the Embers, the Band of Oz, Jim Quick and Coastline, Swingin' Medallions, California Honey Drops. I'll have them all for you right here Saturday afternoon. So be sure to join me and tell a friend and let's go to the beach. Saturday at the Beach on 97.1 WSME, WSME971.com.
I love beach music, always have and always will.
At Express Printing, Myron Cross and the team believe every job should be your job. Your colors, your logo, your style. They specialize in custom printing, such as banners, signs, business cards, marketing materials, and more. When you want it done right and made just for you, trust your local one-stop print shop. Express Printing. Locally owned and proudly serving Onslow County for over 40 years. You'll always get the personal service the big stores just can't match. Stop by 117 North Marine Boulevard in Jacksonville. Call 910-455-4554 or visit expressprintingjacksonville.com. Express Printing. Custom design, full service. Locally yours. When it comes to protecting your home, experience matters. PRQ Exteriors is a top-rated roofing company serving Jacksonville and Onslow County, known for expert roof inspections and quality roof replacement. We specialize in storm recovery, insurance claims, and hassle-free roofing solutions, helping make a stressful situation simple and straightforward. Located at 1911 Gum Branch Road in Jacksonville, you can call 910-469-1674 to schedule your inspection today. That's 910-469-1674. PRQ Exteriors. Roofing done right, right here at home.
Are you in a rental home? If so, just call Fountain Management at 910-455-1609. Are you in need of a new property manager for your rentals? If so, call Fountain Management at 910-455-1609. Or just stop by our office located at 255 Williamsburg Parkway and ask for Lisa Thornton or Sandra Fountain. They will be more than happy to assist you. Lisa or Sandra can share all available properties that would meet your needs or a property management package that would meet your needs. Give us a call today. Fountain Management, 910-455-1609.
If you're looking to purchase a pre-owned car, truck, or SUV without the high pressure, Onslow County Motor Company, 1639 Lejeune Boulevard, may be the dealership for you. At Onslow County Motor Company, they want to help you buy a car, truck, or SUV, not just sell you one. Buying a car, truck, or SUV should be enjoyable, and the folks at Onslow County Motor Company will do their best to make your car buying experience fun and relaxed. Check out their inventory online at ocmc.us or visit them at 1639 Lejeune Boulevard. All vehicles are hand-selected, and a standard warranty comes with most vehicles with extended warranties available, and Carfax is free. Stop by and visit Ben, Brandon, Travis, Terry, or Dave. They will gladly answer all your questions about a particular model. Financing? OCMC will finance most anybody. Great selection. Great people. Onslow County Motor Company, 1639 Lejeune Boulevard, Jacksonville, where customers send their friends. Call today, 910-355-7066.
Mohawk All Pet Protection and Warranty is the only carpet protection and warranty for all pets, all accidents, all the time. Because your pets are family members too. No matter how you live, we've got you covered. Soft, luxurious, Smart Strand Forever Clean Carpet. Gorgeous, durable, solid tech luxury vinyl tile. Mohawk has the ultimate floor for every room in your home. Suitable for all pets. For details, contact Watkins Floor Covering online at watkinsnewfloor.com. Watkins Floor Covering, thanking you for voting them best of the best for 2025 in the flooring and carpet cleaning category. Watkins Floor Covering. They're more than just floors. It's custom showers, custom tubs, carpet cleaning, backsplashes, bathrooms, commercial, retail, and home flooring too.
Family owned and operated since 1997, Watkins Floor Covering is Topsail's top sales and top choice for 2025, with locations in Jacksonville and Surf City. Watkins Floor Covering. You stand on it, we stand behind it.
Humphrey Heating and Air Conditioning, your trusted local Carrier indoor weather team, has proudly served the heating and cooling needs of our community since 1967. Now, we've expanded our expert services to include professional residential and commercial duct and dryer vent cleaning, as well as full-service residential and commercial plumbing. Make sure your home or business stays powered through any storm with a Generac generator. We have units in stock and ready to install today. Cleaner air means better breathing. Let us improve your indoor air quality with our professional air duct cleaning services. And remember, Humphrey Heating and Air Conditioning is available 24/7 for all your heating, cooling, and plumbing emergencies. Turn to the Carrier experts, Humphrey Heating and Air Conditioning, with convenient locations in Jacksonville and Hampstead. Visit us online at humphreyheating.com and follow us on Facebook and Instagram. Humphrey Heating and Carrier. Turn to the experts.
WSME, Camp Lejeune, W246CJ, Jacksonville.
Sports Talk with Chris Raynor, right here on Freedom 97.1, WSME.
Hey, welcome back to Sports Talk. I'm your host, Chris Raynor. We're here with Rookie Davis and Billy Davis from the Davis Academy. We're going to talk a bit more about the Davis Academy and some things they're doing. The Easter tournament coming up. But we do have a caller on the line. Mystery caller. Who we got there?
Hey, guys. How you doing? It's Ellie Patino.
I know that voice. Good morning, Ellie Patino from the Jacksonville Ospreys. Thank you for calling in. What can we help you with today?
Well, I saw you had some baseball royalty here. I just wanted to call and say hi and thank you guys, especially to Rookie and his dad there for all they do for our local athletes. They do a lot of great work. I'm always hearing about great things and seeing the great things that they're doing via social media and through word of mouth. So,
I appreciate that, man. We were actually just talking off air about getting with you and doing some stuff, whether that be partnering up, doing some camps, doing some different events out there for the Ospreys. What you guys have going on is awesome, man. I try to get out there to as many games as I can. Love what you guys are doing, bringing that team here to Jacksonville. It's been a huge boost. It gets people fired up in the summer, and kids come in wearing their Osprey gear. I love to see it, so I appreciate what you and your wife are doing to push the sport forward here. It's awesome to see, so I appreciate you guys as well.
Yeah, no, thank you guys. I know you guys are always busy about this time of year, so are we, but I'll connect with you offline, and however we can partner, you let us know, and we're all for it. Love to help promote you guys any way we can. And again, just great stuff. I love seeing your social media posts. A lot of great stuff. I love whoever's doing it's doing a good job. It's definitely driving the point home on what you guys do at the Rookie Davis Academy and everything. So
I appreciate you, man. Thank you very much.
Now, Ellie, as a valued Osprey employee here, I've been working things behind the scenes for you. We're going to make this happen. We're going to do like the Mafia did in Sopranos. We're going to have a sit-down, and we're going to come to terms and make some things happen. I think it'd be a great, beneficial thing for both sides,
Hey, we'll have hot dogs and beer at the meeting and all kinds of stuff, and
And like I said, once you introduced, the hot dogs into the press box crew there, that was a game changer, buddy. You had me for life.
Yeah. All right. Well, thank you, Chris,
right,
for all
thanks a
you
lot,
do.
Ellie. We'll see
You too, Hollywood. Don't let Chris lock you in the closet or anything.
I don't know what he's talking about there. We'll have to figure that one out later. You do notice the hat I just happened to be wearing today, right? Are you watching on YouTube or are you listening on? I'm wearing my Ospreys hat today.
Good, because you didn't wear it when I was there.
Well, I had my Ospreys underwear on that day.
Oh, gotcha. Yes, the Speedos are limited edition.
All right, take care, Ellie.
Talk to you soon. Take care. Bye.
All right, without further ado, we're going to jump into this day in sports history and then finish up with a lot of baseball stuff. We could be here a while, so I hope you guys don't have plans. We do want to do our trivia question first. The prize today is 2 free sessions, 2 free 1-hour sessions at the Davis Academy to get your player up and running, get him on the path, and get things going with that kid, So the question today, our first this day in sports history has this player mentioned, so we're going to skip it to start with. I'll make it simple. So if there's mothers listening, dads listening, everybody should know this one. What NBA player once scored 100 points in a game? Oh, I did give the phone number too, don't I? What NBA player once scored? And the phone number is 910-346-2248. 910-346-2248. That was a quick one. What NBA player scored 100 points in a game? The only NBA player ever to do that. And let's see who we got a caller.
Hey, good morning.
Good morning.
How are you this morning?
Good. Who we got on the line there?
My name is Ian.
Welcome, Ian. Thanks for listening to Sports Talk. You interested in those 2 free passes for the Davis Academy?
100%, sir.
All right. Tell us if you know what NBA player once scored 100 points in an NBA game, the only player ever to do that in NBA history.
Well, I think it's Wilt Chamberlain. Am I right?
You are right. And oddly enough, apparently your wife's happy too there. She's got Junior headed to the Davis Academy. Hey, it's a great day in Onslow County. All right, well, hang on the line. Hollywood's going to get some information from you, and I'll link up with you and get you the passes and link you up with the Davis Academy.
Thank you very much,
And look
sir.
forward to seeing your kid in the Hall of Fame.
Absolutely.
All right, y'all take care. Thank you, Hollywood. Hollywood's going to take care of that for us. So we're going to jump into this day in sports history. The first one, obviously, I'll do the first one. Wilt Chamberlain wrapped up a season, and I believe it's probably the same season that he scored the 100 points, I would think. Wrapped up a season for the ages, averaging an unbelievable 50.4 points per game, still untouched to this day. 50 points a game. You see it on SportsCenter every time a guy scores over 50 points. Man, he averaged that. Mm-hmm. Now, granted, Wilt was like 7'1", 7'2", and he was a little head and shoulders, for lack of a better term, above everybody. Hey, Billy Grissett. Hey. Welcome to Sports Talk. Billy Grissett from Helen's Kitchen. We'll get you. I'll get you introduced to the Davis Academy later on. He's got an aspiring young softball player.
Yeah.
My 2 granddaughters have already been out there when you were on Blue.
Yes, sir.
We were out
Whitney Grissett. Yes, remember Whitney, yeah. All right, thank you, Billy. Take care and have a good weekend. Helen's Kitchen, man. Some good food, buddy. We're getting ready to dive into that here shortly, but we're going to talk a little bit more first. So you remember the girl. Now, Whitney is a sophomore at Southwest now. Okay. Sophomore, and it's just a great pitcher. She's got a great catcher as a freshman. Can you imagine that battery in about 2 more years?
Yeah.
They're going to get better every year. Looking forward to it out there. All right, you got the next one there, rookie.
1977, Janet Guthrie breaks barriers and makes history as the first woman to qualify for a NASCAR Cup Series race.
And there haven't been a lot, and I'm surprised there hasn't been more. Obviously, what's her name? Danica Patrick was one. Can you think of any others? Those are the only 2 I really thought about in NASCAR. Like you said, the episode you were on with us before, we had the folks from the All-American Speedway is what it was called then, the racetrack out of Coastal Plains. And that girl was very good and very up and coming in the series, so hopefully she can break down some doors there. Mm-hmm. All right, Billy, you got 1979.
1979, a rookie named Wayne Gretzky hits 100 points on the season, and the legend of the Great One is officially underway.
So we sometimes have some questions we'll do. It's called 20 questions, where you ask the GOAT in football, the GOAT in baseball, the GOAT in different sports. Baseball is one of the most widest ranges you get, all the way from Babe Ruth on up. Most times when you talk about hockey, though,
there's only one.
If your name is the Great One, it's tough not to be called the GOAT. I realize Alexander Ovechkin's got the most goals and still climbing, but he didn't have what Gretzky had as far as the assists, the other dynamics. Ovechkin's, 1,000 goals. That's probably not going to be touched again. But still, it's still impressive. And Gretzky, of course, is the Great One. We were talking about this. We've talked about a lot of stuff that's actually come to play here today. In 1985, an 18-year-old Mike Tyson steps into the ring for the first time as a pro and ends it fast with a first-round TKO. You were talking about, you heard that Tyson's going to box. Who was saying that Tyson's going to box?
Mayweather.
Yeah, is that really going to happen?
Yep.
I had not heard that yet.
Nice little payday.
A nice little payday, a pay-per-view masterpiece.
I'll fight both of them at the same time if they want.
For that kind of money?
Yeah.
How old are they, both of them? How old's Tyson? 60?
No, he's not that old. Well, he was 18 years old in 85. It was quick math. 80 pounds, 10 pounds, 40. He's about in his 50s, right around 50 or so. Yeah. 55. He is? Okay. Well, figure out that math. I can't do that and be on the air either. I'm under pressure. If he's 18 years old in 85, add another.
59.
59. Thank you, Billy. That Dixon education right here, buddy. Math skills rolling. You see, when I went to Southwest, we just had to count in multiples of 7.
Yeah.
7, 14, 21, 28. Times have changed, though. So you got the next one there, Ricky.
1988, Danny Manning carries Kansas on his back to the Final Four in one of March Madness' most unforgettable runs.
And what to me was most unforgettable about it was Danny Manning's assistant coach was his dad. So Kansas did what we used to do as little league coaches. If you saw a kid coming up, you went to that kid's dad and said, "Hey man, you're gonna be one of my assistants."
That's right.
Because then the kid's on the team, So he took it to a whole new level by going to Kansas and becoming the assistant coach there.
Allison just confirmed that Mike Tyson's 59.
59. Okay.
Yeah, thank you, Allison.
Thank you for those
Appreciate
math
that.
skills too, Billy. The first one we should have put that out as a trivia question. See how long that would have took. All right, you got the next one.
1995, the Orlando Magic take down Michael Jordan's Chicago Bulls, signaling a changing of the guard in the East.
But didn't they win like 3 titles after that? Because the Bulls won 91. I thought they were right in the middle of that title run. Okay, so maybe they may have beaten them at that time and they didn't make it that year, but they came back roaring.
Maybe Jordan was playing baseball.
That was right in that era where he was, took that break in between the two. I think that may have been that year. You're right. All right, in 2003, Roger Federer captures his first ATP Masters title, just the beginning of a career that would redefine the greatness in tennis. He was a pretty good one. Are you ever a tennis guy? I mean, you got the range and the mobility.
Keep it in play.
Really? Yeah. They make you stay in the lines.
Yeah,
It's like coloring,
Can't do it.
All right, well, you got our last one there.
2016, Villanova punches its ticket to the Final Four, setting the stage for a championship run no one would forget.
As a Carolina fan, I don't want to talk about that one anymore. You know that they're going to the right wing like everyone always does. They don't drive straight to the basket, they go to the right wing. Whether it's right or wrong, that's where they go. And yet no pressure on the ball. All right, who's you guys' favorite college teams?
I'll go default Carolina because that's where my wife went.
Okay.
So I feel like I got to say that.
Okay.
Well, you were raised at Carolina Tar Heel. I mean,
You Tar Heel too?
Yeah.
Okay. So you know what I'm talking about. You feel my pain for that year. Of course, Carolina did end up coming back and winning it the next year. But, man, that title was right within their grasp. It could have easily been a back-to-back that year. All right. Well, we're going to talk about March Madness a little bit later, but we want to talk about a couple things with baseball. First of all, I wrote this down because I want to get back to it. We talked briefly about NIL, and in your opinion, is it just ruining college sports?
Yes. I would say NIL, transfer portal go hand in hand, right? And I'm by no means a college sports expert, but I do work with high school players that aspire to play at the next level, and NIL and the transfer portal is handcuffing high school kids to go play at four-year universities because same thing with junior college guys that I work with. It's very unfortunate. I think that if you have a transfer portal guy or if you have an NIL guy come in, he must sign a 2-year deal.
Yeah.
That's my opinion. You sign a 2-year deal. After the first year, if you want to leave, you pay the money back.
I agree with that.
Because it's not, you're not leveling the playing field. What you're doing is you're putting 18-year-old high school seniors in a position that they want to go play at Carolina, NC State, Duke, Wake Forest. Not to say that those programs do this, but they work their entire life to be put in a position like that. And instead of them being recruited, those Power 4 ACC, SEC programs are going into the portal to get a guy because they have to win now or they lose their job. And so it's just a never-ending cycle of kids continuing to be bumped back and bumped back. And I think it's terrible for collegiate sports.
Well, what if they'd had the NIL when you were coming up? Would that have been more tempting to go to East Carolina if there was NIL money than there was, just to do the minor league contract?
It would have depended on the money amount.
Right. Well, no, everybody's not offered in the 9th grade like you were. Was it 9th or?
Yeah.
Yeah, 9th grade. ECU came calling and offered then.
Yeah, so it's funny that that's mentioned. So me and my wife have talked about this before a little bit. We have 2 daughters right now. Women's sports is different. They know once they get through college,
there's not as many opportunities.
Days are over.
For the most part.
Right.
Yeah.
If we have a son, and our son plays baseball, plays football, plays basketball, probably not basketball, but we'll toss it out there. He is going to commit to whoever gives him the most money, regardless of where the school is, because then he has more leverage in the draft by saying, okay, Oregon is going to pay me X amount of dollars a year.
Yeah.
And if he is a draft prospect, then he has more leverage in the draft than going to a program that doesn't have as much monetary value tied into him.
It's weird you should mention Oregon just because of Nike
I picked
guy.
I picked the
Well,
farthest
Nike
spot
guy,
away.
you know. You got the kid that played at Reedsville that was all everything in two
Mm-hmm.
sports and went off to Oregon. You know, left a semester early, so he's already out there this
Yeah.
spring. He's gonna be ready for football. I always remember forgetting the name. It's like Keandre Roberts or something like that.
Two-sport
I'm talking-
tight
yeah.
end.
Yeah, the
Yeah, I've
kid
seen-
that won like 5 state titles between football and basketball. And you say your kid might not be a basketball player, but Grandpa here was a pretty good basketball player.
Oh, he's not gonna get it from me.
It sometimes skips a generation.
I hope.
We talked about the state of the game too. You say you're not a huge Major League Baseball fan right now because of some of the things going on.
I don't agree with the way that the game is trending. I don't like the antics. I think that there's more put into a guy's persona, if you will, and less of performance. I think that trickles down into college. It trickles down into high school. You know, we talked about it off air when you're a 7-hole hitter and we're hitting 220 and you care more about how you look and less about how you perform.
How your chains are and your
That's a problem. And so that is a direct trickle down effect of Major League Baseball.
And you see what I've written down here, bat flips. They have gotten out of control. They're bat throws now. They're slinging them across the diamond. Back in the day, man, you flip a bat on Nolan Ryan like that, he's going to drill the next guy up and then you when you come back up,
So
if not everybody in between.
You ask any kid that I work with, you can ask Cannon, you can ask Vasco, you can ask any of them. If they hit a home run, I get that video. So their parents send me that video right away. If I see a bat flip after the game, ask them what happens. I call them immediately.
I'll check with that on Cannon. You got him doing up downs, things like that?
No, I told him he hit a home run and threw his bat. And he threw the bat because he made an error in the outfield. It wasn't to show up the pitcher.
It's because he was getting
I
rid of that moment.
I saw him Saturday, and me and him had a very nice conversation. And so he hit a home run his following game and hit it, and as a jab to me, laid his bat down on the plate.
He didn't stand it up on the end, did he?
No, he carefully laid it down, and he thought
Nice.
that was a nice gesture.
That
So,
means that teaching is kicking in. That's good.
I like to think so.
You ever seen and this is off that subject we talked about the bat, the blooper where the kid hits the home run and on the recoil as the bat hits the ground, it pops up and stands on the end?
Mhm.
I know you've seen it right on home plate.
Yeah.
It did it on its own, just kind of weird. You were talking earlier, and something we want to build on a comment you made earlier about how these kids are at 16 to 18 years old are acting like they're already major league superstars. You wait till you get to that point to kind of have some of the ego and stuff, if you're going to do that. I don't like it anyway, but and one of the best examples of this is the movie Bull Durham. You got Crash Davis sitting there talking about you have fungus on your shower shoes.
Yeah.
You're never going to make it to the bigs with fungus on your shower shoes. If you make it in the majors, you can let the fungus grow back, and the press will think you're colorful. Until then, it just means you're a slob.
Yeah.
That's the mentality. You got to pay your dues and get things done before you can go to that point. That's one of the best baseball movies, in my opinion, of all time.
Mm-hmm.
Just the interaction. I'm sure you've had conversations on the mound with your catcher, probably not with Jack out there, but with your catcher, where you were talking about something maybe other than just baseball. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, did you see the girl from the other team sitting over here behind my shoulder, stuff like that. And those classic mound visits were just awesome to me. Talk a bit. Let's get to more about the Davis Academy and the things you guys offer. You obviously have the full setup. And where's it located now? It's still in the middle of town, right?
Yeah, we're on White Street. Right in the middle of town.
Used to be out in Sneeze Ferry on the curve there.
We were there. That was the Davis Battery, and then we opened up on Kellum Loop Road out there towards what is it, Half Moon out there?
No, it's
17
toward Maysville.
Yeah.
Opened up out there, and then we moved into the heart of Jacksonville, and we've been there now for 5 years.
That's awesome.
4 or 5 years.
Found a home, hadn't you?
We have.
And what's in the facilities you have? Tell them all the amenities you guys have offer there.
So we have hit tracks. Hit tracks measures exit velocity distance. It gives, a lot of times kids get in the cage, and cage swings are important, but you need to be able to see real-time feedback on what adjustments you're doing. We have camera capabilities that are set up to that, so it syncs to each swing. We have TrackMan. TrackMan's used by Major League Baseball. Bullpens with our college and high school pitchers, they throw on TrackMan. Measures every data point that you could want, and it's tied into
spin
video,
rate, everything, right? Yeah. Wow,
everything.
That's awesome. Is there anything in the ball that does that, or is it all?
No, it's all from Edgertronic cameras, and
that's amazing.
a sensor board that TrackMan has that is state of the art.
So the days of hitting off paint cans with the the little tube or with it that the coach made out there, and the days of going to the radar machine sitting there on Winery Road to slow traffic down to see how fast you're pitching or over. You can do all that stuff. Everything right there.
Everything right there. We have a weight room. We have a recovery room where guys can come in, use Mark Pro. We have a cold plunge.
You got a hot tub?
We don't have a hot tub.
Man. You had me a hot tub.
That's a little too nice for
my old back. That would have worked.
Got an ice tub, though.
Ice tub. We have a sauna.
That's cold, right?
Yeah.
Okay, I'll pass on that.
So that's something that I've really taken a lot of pride in. That we've taken a lot of pride in is everything that they have at their disposal. At times it might be a little bit too nice for them, honestly. But guys, like as an example, McGuire Lewis, he threw heck of a game last night. He'll come in today after practice at Jacksonville. He'll come in, he'll lift with our strength coach. We'll get him on the training table. We'll do some cupping, some massage therapy. He'll get on Mark Pro, cold plunge, and so he's fully recovered and ready to go.
Man, it's a full training facility, isn't it?
It is.
Now, you mentioned him last night. Was he the winning pitcher last night?
He was.
Tell us a little bit about what the Cardinals did last night.
Shout out to Coach Josiah and the Jacksonville staff beating Jay Tros 3-1 last night. It's the biggest win in program history. So very proud of those guys. He's done a tremendous job turning that program around from what he had it, inherited it at, and he's got a good culture there. Boys are playing hard. He coaches them hard, and they came up with a big win last night. So I'd like to give a shout out to them.
That's cool, man. And those Greenville schools, you got to give them props. That's their life in Greenville.
Yeah.
When you're hosting the Little League Softball World Series, you're well thought of as a community of baseball and softball. Now, is Rose considered the top dog in that conference this year?
Rose is the number one seed. Or they were ranked number one in that class.
All right, who's number two out of that? I think the Greenville schools are considered right there.
Oh, so the Greenville schools in totality.
Oh, in the just that conference though. Probably all three Greenville schools are considered the top
D.H.
three.
Conley's one.
Conley.
D.H. Conley.
Is South Central up there with them or
They
not
are.
quite? So all three of those schools.
I would rank them Conley, Rose, Central. I actually went to Greenville last night. I had a couple of arms throwing in that game. South Central played D.H. Conley. And
so you weren't at the Jacksonville game?
No, sir.
Oh, that'd have been a cool game to be at.
Yeah, the one time
was it at Rose?
It was at Jacksonville.
Oh man!
But Cade Anderson, Cade was there, so he was texting me updates as it was going on. So
huge win for them.
Big
then.
win.
Yeah,
big win.
And they'd already started. I remember they at one time were 4-2 at least, or maybe 6-2. So they've obviously built on that. I should have pulled it up, but the only knock I have on Max Preps is it takes so long to get to this stuff.
Yeah,
you got to go through so many steps.
They're 5-3. Dropped some tough ones. Dixon, Nick LaCugna, worked with him. He pitched a very good game, beat Jacksonville, and then they lost a tough one to New Bern earlier this week. So, they're playing well. They have a shot legitimately to be 7-1, but they got off to a little bit of a slow start last year as well. So they always tick it up. He gets them playing good ball around this time of year.
Well, with that loss to Dixon earlier in the year, wouldn't it be great in the Onslow County tournament coming up if those teams end up meeting each other?
I'd love for it too, but it sounds like Dixon's not playing.
Oh, that's right.
In the words of...
What's the reason for that? Are they the only Onslow County team not in the tournament?
To my knowledge, they are. Yeah, I don't know why. It's very unfortunate as a Dixon alumni, as someone that takes a good deal of pride in having my name on the field down there. them not playing in a tournament that they've played in for 20-plus years.
And won several times.
Won several times, had very good success doing it. It's a local tournament. I don't agree with the decision. Ultimately, I don't make those calls. But it would have been great to watch the guys be able to play in that tournament close to home. So I don't know if they wanted a vacation out of it or if they just wanted to go play some different teams, but wish it was handled differently. We'll just
Well,
put it
Billy,
that way.
you know, county bragging rights are a big deal.
I mean, the whole county baseball community loved going to that tournament, and you know, and I mean, Dixon's won it several times. Jacksonville has, and you know, it's bragging rights. There's a lot involved. I mean, I hate to see that they're not playing in it.
Who was it said it? Chris Miller said we'll just take our ball and go home.
Yeah,
about right.
Yeah, and when you start talking about a successful season, everybody's goal at the start of the season is to win a state championship. A lot of teams, whether they have the horsepower or not to do it, they think, you know, that's what they want to do. Then it comes down to make sure you won your conference, having a deep playoff run, things like that. But this tournament is a big part of a baseball season. To win that, the Onslow County Cup or whatever they call it, to win that and you're the top dog in this entire county, that's a big deal.
Well,
I think obviously Jacksonville's probably the favorite. I would think this year, wouldn't you?
I would think so.
I don't know what Swansboro's got this year. Have you heard anything from them?
Swansboro, Patrick Hollifield, who's going to UNCG, he's not going to be throwing in the tournament. They have another sophomore, Mitchell LaRose. They don't have as many arms as they've had previously.
Yeah.
They graduated a good bit of seniors last year that, you know, were starters and made impacts in the lineup. So they're down this year. But, I mean, Jacksonville, like if you look at last year, Jacksonville was probably around a 500 club. They went into the tournament, won it, got hot, and then I think they won 9 of their last 10.
Yeah. That was a springboard for the rest of that season and to start this season.
Yeah.
And that's what that tournament can do to a team. Yeah.
Yeah.
You're exactly right. I'd forgot about the run they made after the tournament.
Yeah, they got hot. I mean,
because they came in as, you know, not really a whole lot going on.
Yeah, they were middling a little bit, and then, you know, they strung some wins together, and like Dad said, it's a confidence boost. You know, you now view yourself as the best team in this area, and Dixon this year is, I think they're 5-3.
They're right there too, yeah.
And they could have used this as an opportunity to springboard the program forward and chose not to. So,
well, the cool thing, and this is coming from a booster president perspective, when we have home games, there's so many things your staff does, your booster people, your parents, you know, chipping in and helping, people that work the press box. You're there and you're seeing it, but it's not like sitting and watching the game. That's the thing I love. Other than the Richlands folks, they're stuck with all of the logistical issues. But everybody else, you can go there and watch the game and enjoy the game. You can sit there, pay one price, and watch 4 games if you want to. You know, if you're a real baseball fanatic and love seeing local baseball, it's a great setting there under the pine trees. And big shout out to Mike Kelly and the Richlands crowd.
They've always done a good job.
You know, Matt, the coach down there. Give me the last name. I'm drawing a blank. Salzman, yeah. Matt Salzman, the coach there at Richlands. For them to put that on every year, and, you know, the support they get from the Piggly Wiggly and, you know, Ward Sylvester and and everybody up there to put that on every year, big shout out to them for doing that.
It is.
Because to keep that tradition going and, you know, the big deal that means to Onslow County.
It is. It's you know, you kind of use Greenville as a measuring stick, right, for baseball and softball, especially in this area. And I guarantee if
regional-wise, yeah.
I guarantee if Greenville had a spring break tournament, and I don't know if they do or not, but I bet you if Greenville, the city of Greenville, hosted a spring break tournament, every single Pitt County team would be in that tournament. Yeah. And everyone wants to ask, why is Onslow County baseball, softball behind? That's the reason. Right there. Yeah. They want to compete against each other. They see each other at facilities. They want to be able to have bragging rights and a competitive edge against their peers.
And that competition is what makes them what they are.
Exactly. And we lack that here.
Yeah. But there's moments where you get it back, you know, the rivalries and things like that. And that tournament is a great example of that. So looking forward to that. That's, I believe, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday coming up, right? I wish I had the brackets in front of me so I could tell everybody, but I think they start playing like at 10 in the morning, don't they?
Believe so.
So show up about 10 o'clock, Richlands High School. They'll have they always do the brochure that has the the bracket and kind of where everybody's going to play out. I think I was talking with Coach Roy Jarman. I think the only way Jacksonville and Southwest could play is in the finals. So I'd take that right now. That'd be a pretty good final. And then who are some of the other teams in Onslow County? You know much about the others? What everybody's got going on?
I don't know too much about it. I know that Cannon's gotten off to a great start at Southwest. Swansboro, they're just a scrappy team. Northside, they've won 4 games this year.
Northside has come around.
So, I've got some guys over there at Northside. They've helped turn that program around. Jerry Santos, he's going to Gaston College. They're the number 2 JUCO in the country right now. So he just threw a perfect game last week. Shout out to him. He's worked very hard. And, it'll be a good tournament. It'll be a good setting. Hopefully you get some arms going against each other and some low-scoring games. I wouldn't hate that.
And it's a nightmare for a coach trying to figure out who to pitch.
Right.
Because you want to think long-term, and do I want my big guy left for the finals? But if you don't make the finals, I think you're shooting to win. I mean, it really doesn't matter if you don't win, what you do. So I think it's going to be some juggling coaches are going to have to do to keep those arms available because of the innings pitched and the amount of,
And that's something I like that they did last year at the tournament. They actually had a championship game. Yeah. In my opinion, if you're going to play in a tournament, don't round robin it. You play to win.
Right.
You play to win.
You play the bracket tournament. And they had one year where it wasn't that. Yeah. And the title sponsor was Jones Onslow, one of our sponsors. And I think when they heard about it, they said, no. We're gonna do a tournament. We're not gonna do a friendship match.
No, we're not doing that.
So and I don't know why it went to that one year, but they've changed it, got it back to the format that's really cool. So it's gonna be a good thing. And like I said, show up there Monday morning at 10 a.m. and you can see all the brackets and you got a full day of baseball. It's supposed to be nice weather next week too. Maybe even a chance of rain over the weekend to settle some of the pollen. So that would be nice. Couldn't you see a guy launching one to the outfield of those trees and hitting one of them pine seedlings, where it just explodes like fireworks. So what else? You guys want to cover anything else before we take off? Have we hit everything? I'm sure there's stuff. Oh, March Madness. We haven't talked about that. We'll talk about that a little before we go if y'all don't have anything else. Did you watch any of the games last night?
I did.
It tickled me to see Houston lose. I mean, Houston, I think, is just an overrated team. I just think to see them, and plus I'd picked them to lose in the bracket, so I had a little selfish want there to have it where right now I'm first place in my league I'm doing, so that one kind of put me over the top because I think a lot of people had Houston going to the Final Four.
I did.
Did
you? My bracket. I looked last night. I was doing pretty well with my bracket, but I don't think I'm doing great right now.
So you're not. There haven't been a lot of bracket busters. Did you pick some upsets or something?
So I'm in the 98th percentile. We're hanging
that's
in.
good.
We're hanging in there.
I'm 98th and I'm tickled. So
I
that's
was in the
pretty good.
99th, but we're fighting.
Well, the Houston one probably hurts.
We're fighting. That one hurt. Florida hurt. We're dealing with some adversity over here, but we'll keep battling. The guys are going to show up for me today, hopefully.
Well, looking at some of the games from last night, you had Purdue beat Texas. My daughter, well, I shouldn't say that because I don't want anybody that works for her listening. My daughter texted me yesterday and said, no games in the afternoon? What am I supposed to watch at work? We all come from that tradition of the ACC tournament. When the NCAA basketball tournament was on, we all had those great teachers that just wheeled that TV out and realized that, there's no need trying to do anything today anyway. Let's watch basketball.
So who's going to get the Carolina job?
I don't know. I'd love to get Brad Stevens. That would be my ideal, but I don't think he's coming away from the Celtics as general manager. With them in a championship run, I just don't see that happening. Now, if it keeps drawing out, then that might be the pick. They might have worked out something to where they get through their run.
He's got a son that's a player, right?
I think so, yeah.
How you doing, buddy?
Good. How you?
Ashley Mosley.
My pleasure.
Welcome.
How you doing?
Welcome to Sports Talk, Ashley. Chris Raynor, how you doing?
Great show, man. Good seeing y'all.
So looking over last night's results, you had Purdue beat Texas. Texas with a good run. Actually won 3 games because they were in the play-in game against State. And we'll talk about that in a minute, that train wreck. Purdue won 79 to 77. Then you had Iowa still in it as a 9 seed, beat Nebraska. That probably, I don't think may not have busted a lot of brackets, but chances are most people didn't have Iowa still in it anyway. No. Most people. Illinois, the number 3 seed. So that wasn't a huge upset, but they beat Houston. I'm just surprised that was as low scoring a game as it was.
Yeah.
65-55. Then you had the other end of the spectrum. Arizona and Arkansas scored over, well, not quite 200 points between them, 109-88. That was quick math skills there. Arizona over Arkansas. So Arizona, that's the one I picked to win it. So I think that they're as good a pick as any right now. That's helping me. St. John's and Duke today at 7. I think Duke goes down today. I'm making the call right here. What do you
Where's
think?
the game at?
Does
it say?
It probably want to click on it. Let's see. Well, Duke has looked good, but Duke had a good chance of going out first round. If that team had more than 12 players or more than 5 players, they'd have probably gone out. Capital One Arena in D.C. That's up in that general area. Yeah,
It's a little halfway point.
Yeah, actually probably closer to St. John's.
Yeah.
Then you got Alabama and Michigan. That's in the Midwest region. Michigan has looked really good.
Yeah.
I think they've got probably as good a team going since they've had probably since the Fab Five. And that team was great, but just couldn't get over the top. We've said on here many times, whenever Jalen Rose is coming down 95 and he gets to the Chapel Hill Duke area, Chapel Hill Durham area, he probably starts twitching because they lost to Duke their freshman year in the finals and then Carolina the next year.
Really?
Oh, yeah. So that little area up there, it's tough for basketball now.
Yeah.
So they probably don't think much of the triangle area up there.
I wonder if Weber ever called another timeout.
He has, but not there. That special, you've seen it on ESPN, the Fab Five.
Uh-huh.
He's the only one that didn't participate because he was still at that time under the, I think, the investigation phase of the racketeering stuff or whatever it was. No, I'm sorry, the not racketeering, perjury charges where he basically, lied about taking benefits and stuff like that. So that's all been cleared up. So, and I like Chris Webber. You couldn't help but feel bad for him because I honestly think in watching that series, when he went to that bench, there was people on that bench screaming timeout. And he did what, any kid would do. But when you look at the game, too, you know the game well because obviously you Carolina fans. He walked to start with. It should have been called right then and over there anyway. Mm-hmm. He traveled and they didn't call it. So really, he was given an extra opportunity. And then, we all know what happened with the timeout and the technical foul. And Donald Williams, I don't think he touched the rim the entire night, including on those free throws. He was just amazing from out of, what was Donald from, Garner?
Garner.
Yeah, a good local player. But you got UConn and Michigan State, so Michigan's proud right now with two, their top flight teams still in it. Then Iowa State and Tennessee is the 10-10 matchup. Did y'all stay up for the games last night?
I didn't. I was tired.
I've watched the end of the last one because I fell asleep. And there's something in my mind when I'm watching a ball game. If I fall asleep, I wake up right at the end. So it's like I'm listening, but I'm out.
I watched a little bit of the of the Houston game, and then our newborn woke up. So.
Oh yeah, let's touch it before we go. You got to mention that, man. How old is the baby now?
Our oldest Kennedy, she's almost 3, and
but the newborn, how old?
Winslet, she is 5 weeks old.
Wow, bless your heart.
We're doing great.
So, do you fall asleep at the pitching machine sometimes?
I was telling him on the way up here. Me and my wife, we have a feeding schedule, so she eats twice throughout the night. I got the middle of the night feed. I was sitting there feeding her, and I was trying to stay awake. I turned Sports Center on, and the next thing I know, my head just slammed up into that headboard. My wife, you'd have thought that I'd shot her.
Really?
Yeah.
You ever fallen asleep in the recliner with the baby on your chest, leaning back?
Yeah.
A lot of times.
That happened in the hospital right after she was born, and I just kept hearing, Rocky, you gotta wake up.
Arian just brought her daughter home the other day.
So how many grandkids you got now?
8.
8? Wow.
Yeah, 8.
Now how many? I know about you and your sister. Are there more
Lauren,
kids?
Yeah, my oldest Lauren, she's got 4.
So you got 3 total children.
Yeah, I got
and then
3.
8 grandchildren. Wow.
Yeah.
A good start to y'all have your own Little League team coming up here shortly. Is everybody still in the area?
Oh, yeah.
I was starting to say that Dixon Little League team, may be coming up with an issue with the Davis team coming.
Yeah. We're going to stack a team.
And then go out and hire a assistant coach that has one of the better players too. That was always a little trick. So that's awesome, man. I didn't realize you had one that young now. Mm-hmm. I saw the pictures on there, but I didn't know if it was from before or not. So
Yeah.
congratulations.
Thank you.
Congratulations
I
on the Hall of
appreciate it.
Fame.
Thank you.
And getting your name in the lights up there at the Dixon baseball field.
Yes, sir. It's exciting times. So now if we could just sleep a little bit, it'd be even more exciting.
That'll come. They'll eventually. The people always say they get their days and nights mixed up. They don't know the difference. They're they're babies, and
Yeah.
And then they always used to tell us, say, try and keep them up all through the day. Man, if that youngin takes a nap during the day and I can take a nap, I'm gonna do it. So
Yeah.
you get it where you can.
Yes,
so
sir.
it'll get nothing but better, man.
Yes, sir.
And my dad did tell me something, and Billy can attest to this. My dad always says it doesn't get better, just more expensive.
Oh, that's true.
So right now you've got the perfect, where they're right where you have them. Eventually, you got to let them fly,
Yeah, everyone tells me it's like, you're going to miss this, you're going to miss this, or I'd give anything to have 3 days of this. And I'm like, well, I'll tell you what, you can have a night of it. You want to come stay the night?
Well, that was the benefit. We grew up next to my mom and dad, and whenever the kids got old enough, you just open the back door and say, "Go to grandma's for a little while."
Yeah, my mom, man, my mom, she's been a tremendous help, like tremendous help. She's doing great with
Well,
it.
she knows she's breeding little baseball players, so
Yeah.
it won't be long.
Yeah.
Look forward to seeing the Davis family lineage continue on out there. That's good. All right, anything you guys want to cover before we take off? I want to congratulate our trivia winner, Ian. I didn't catch his last name.
Silence.
Ian Silence. Congratulations to Ian for calling in and winning those 2 1-hour sessions to the Davis Academy. I don't know who that Silence kid is, but buddy, he's going to be ready to roll.
Fired up to have
Come
him or
June,
her.
come June out there, whatever park he's playing at, he's going to be launching them. Looking forward to it.
Let's get him set up.
All right, I want to thank our sponsors before we roll out of here. Golden Corral and Billy Sewell, Superior Metal Structures and Concrete, National Dodge Chrysler Jeep Ram, Harry Brown, Ryan, Robbie Yates, Chris Hines, and Quentin. PRQ Exteriors, which is roofing you can trust, Mr. Austin Wright's business there. Fountain Management, Lisa Thornton and Sandra Fountain. Southern Touch Painting, Roger Carroll and the crew. All About Floors, Ron Prince and his staff. Downey's Heating and Air Conditioning, Jason Humphrey. Thanks once again to Jason Humphrey, too, for sponsoring the Hurricanes Watch. We're going to get y'all to a game. We're going to make that happen because I think y'all become rabid Caniacs the way you guys love sports. Also want to thank Express Printing, Myron Cross, Onslow County Motor Company, Ben Beasley and his crew, and thank you to them also for sponsoring our racing report. Bartley Insurance Services, Bill and Drew Mercer. Bill's the man. I love Bill. He's a good sports guy for Onslow County. He knows a lot of stuff, so I always love having Bill on the show too.
We grew up playing against one another.
Bill Mercer?
Oh, yeah.
Where was he? What area was he from?
Richlands. He's from Richlands.
That should have been a no-brainer.
Babe Ruth ball against one another. He's a year older than me, I think. But yeah, I've always liked Bill.
And once again, that's those rivalries that you remember today.
Absolutely.
The county rivalries. I mean, that was a couple of years ago.
There's been a few.
A couple.
I can't do the math right now, but it's been.
It was in the 70s. Humphrey Heating and Air Conditioning. Thank you to them, of course. Jones Onslow EMC. Jones LP Gas in Verona. Don't forget you can get your cylinders refilled for $11 today on Fridays. Lane Associates Family Dentistry, who are the official dentist of the Carolina Hurricanes. And then all the other stuff, Helen's Kitchen and Billy Grissom, once again, thank you to them. We got burgers and BLTs we're getting ready to dive into. Make sure you check out our website, WSME971.com. And thank you to everyone in Sports Talk Land. We'll see you next Friday.
Texting enrolls you in a recurring automated marketing text messages. Consent not required to purchase. Message and data rates may apply.
The team's looking good this season.
I think so. Man, I